Welcome back to part 3, you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this gameplay. I know I am. So this is where we left off. And let's check our history here so far. So Molly, she was the one with, I guess the one that was like really hungry, that turned into a cat, owl, shark. And Barbara, the childhood star, the one that came out in Bigfoot. And Calvin, he was the brother, the one that died. He was the one swinging, and then he went overboard or something like that. Walter was the one that I believe he died by a train. He was living underground for a while. Yeah, something like that. And we still have more to explore, so I'm really excited. Alright, but this is where we left off, and let's continue this journey. Look at the bear carpet. Alright. Whose room is this?
Sam spent his life shooting photos,
Sam?
but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Huh. Sam's room? What's this? Is that Sam?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Huh.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you,
Take
Dawn, then we
pictures.
can take off.
I'm over here, Dad.
Wow, right here? I can't. Oh, we'd have to zoom in right here.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
Maybe.
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
Nice.
I'm gonna
I'm a
take
photographer.
some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Let's see. What's a good picture? Oh, bird. Focus. Nice.
Aw.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Oh,
Hold still on.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Dad's peeing.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
What's this? Another hunting. Focus. Public hunting.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man,
Wow, that's
that
his
was a
brother.
great trip.
Sam and Kelvin.
Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Sven was a.
We found an
Creative
old
guy.
logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Look at the fish.
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
Alright. Oh, look.
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Where? Oh.
Dad,
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don,
Yes.
you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive...
Oh, wow.
Great shot, Don!
Look at Dad. That's kind of creepy.
I'm proud of you, Don.
Oh, I'm
Always
moving
remember
now.
that, okay?
Look at the 360 spin. Alright. Oh.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh, wow. It's crazy. That's how he died.
of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Why? It's the saddest one. Alright. It's kind of crazy how, all her relatives are dying. It's like a curse, you know. Alright. Let's explore some more.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot to go through. Alright. Divorce contract. No. I was gonna get that back. Alright. What's on the next page?
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw
Gregory.
things the rest of us don't.
Looking at the eyes through a baby. Go, Froggy. Go. Oh, I'm the frog now.
Come over, Gregory. It's time to...
Oh no.
Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
Now I'm back.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw,
You've seen
what
froggies.
his world was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw. It sure made him happy.
Whoa.
I know how sick
at me.
it sounds. But I worry
about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
What is he talking about? You guys understand?
Hold on, I don't want to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Oh, don't tell me he's gonna drown.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Can I go under? Unplug this.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Oh wow. He did drown. So sad. Poor Gregory. 1 year old. 1976, 1977. So is that why Sam wanted the... Oh no, I don't even know. That's what they split up. Poor Gregory. And we have Dawn and Gus.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Gus.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I
I now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
You gonna kiss?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
I'm just flying my kite. Leave me alone.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
The tent's over here, huh? Let's get this stuff over here too.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Here goes a 10. Oh, look at Gus.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
What happened to Gus? Oh, wow. It's like a family curse right here. Everyone's
She
dying.
never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Hmm. Family, so no wonder they get out of there. And get out of that house too if so many people are dying. It's rock climb.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
So was she
At
the
the time, it was
only
as far
sibling
away
left?
as she could get.
Alright. So Dawn, that's her mother.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Who's this?
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay. Was he from India? India? Fly to India. Yeah. Alright.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Nice.
Lewis was born a year later.
Lewis. Her brother. Okay.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Edith. That's me. Her two brothers, Lewis and Milton. So I think Lewis was the one that died, and Milton, they're not sure, right? Something like that.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a
Wow.
while, things were good. Almost normal.
Like a mini classroom. It's pretty cool. Edith, Lewis, and Milton. Wow. You know, I'd like to make something like this one day. That'd be pretty cool.
But
Alright.
it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Milton's 10th birthday.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
I wonder what happened to Milton. I gotta find Milton, because he's gonna be an uncle. Well, Milton was an artist.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family. Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Nice. I remember when I would do those, like, the sticky notes. It was fun. Did waste a lot of sticky notes though. But it was a lot of fun. Oh, this is a long sticky note right here. Good job, Milton. Magic paintbrush. I like it. Alright.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Milton disappeared when she was 4. Wow. So was he 10 when she was 4? Maybe. Alright, looks like we need Odin and Lewis. Kind of curious what happened to Lewis. Alright. Is that it? Do we go back down? Looks like it. What's this? Extra American newspaper. Alright, let's go back down.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
How does one just disappear? Alright, let's go back out.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
What could it be? Do I really have to go back around? I can't go through this way. Come on. Alright. It's a big area. Big house. Alright, let's go up.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Lewis.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
This is a Lewis room.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Is that a weed plant? Legalized marijuana. Wow. Which way do we go? This way? What is this? Alright, let's explore Lewis's room.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
Huh.
That part of him lived on.
Wow, look at that. Look at the ball. PlayStation.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
He died a lot. Is there anything in the mini fridge? A Coke? Lewis Finch. Locker contents.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
Huh.
Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery,
So that's Lewis, huh?
but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it.
It's like I'm controlling the
He
hand
said
still
he started small.
and his figure, so it's kind of hard. Interesting, no?
Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved.
What?
Bats
Bats.
and toads.
Toads.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Oh man.
But he took it very seriously.
Oh.
I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
What do you find?
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Dog. Hey, doggy.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
All these people
And songs for them to play.
don't like me. I'm the leader. They must obey my
He talked about
commands.
starting a band.
With a tuba.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery.
Huh.
But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
Daydreamer.
Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor,
Go for
and he
president.
won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Still chopping, huh? Still chopping heads.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Louisville.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Really? What do you say?
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
How do you get so distracted?
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen.
handsome queen.
I'll marry the handsome queen. Make her mine. We'll have babies and all that. Let her see.
The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents.
sinister serpents.
Let's make her evil. Not evil.
He followed the sound of her
Electric guitar. It's pretty cool.
electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Wow, he's just dreaming over here. This makes
He knew
sense
the
if
world
you
was all in his imagination.
if you keep doing the same job over and over again. Like, don't you guys ever have that feeling? Like, your mind starts to wander. Like, not this bad, for a little bit. If you keep doing the same things over and over again. Once you get to the job. Look at my boy Louis Supreme.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Would he become a god? The only thing better than a king?
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Oh wow. Back to reality? Looks like it. Yeah, look, the cannery. I would hate
Began to
working
forget
here.
the world we know.
His locker.
I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
Is that Louis over there? Who am I then?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Hey there. He's not even grabbing anything. What's going on? Alright. Let's go up, I guess.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Hey everybody. How y'all? Good to see you. King, you know, you guys love me. Of course.
Including
Dad
the
will know.
wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
How you doing? I'm gonna marry the queen finally.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
Right. Let's get that crown. Put it on my
There was
head.
only one thing left to do.
Kiss the queen. Calm down.
Bend down his head.
I have a feeling he's gonna get his head chopped off. Oh my god, look at that.
The rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
He put his head where they cut the heads of the fish. Oh, that's so crazy.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So, 1988 through 2010. Wow. Alright. Tragic stories of her relatives. You know what I realized? We haven't found out who's the dad.
On the way back
Maybe
from
Daddy.
Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
That's
She
when I
waited
decided
until
to
the
get the
day
heck out
before
of
we
there.
left to tell Edie.
Oh wow. They left Edie by herself. Poor grandma.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed,
Why? What happened?
but I understand why we left.
Yeah, first Milton and then Lewis. Pretty sure she was
My mom
thinking,
ended up leaving everything behind.
was this her room? I think so. Oh, happy 90th birthday. Oh, she was 90 years old. Her grandma.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Oh wow, this is her room. The tallest one. Edith. What is this? Pen feather? Can you write on it?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word.
Poor Edie.
Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
to our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Grandma's really stubborn. Right. I'm playing as a younger version
The
of
power had
Edith.
been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Oh.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My
Stories.
children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Nursing home. History of the Finches by Edie Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Okay.
That night,
Can you
the
some back to the
tide
story?
went way, way out.
I'm guessing I'm playing as the Grandma Edie? Maybe.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
That house right
There'd
there.
been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never
so
thought I'd go
filled
back
with
to
water.
it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Why not just go back? I don't even know if I'm going the right way.
I started seeing things.
Dear.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
What is
But
this?
when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Alright.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine!
No,
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
she's gonna rip it.
I
Oh
kicked
my
and
God.
screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Poor Edie. Bye.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Oh wow.
After that, we moved around a lot.
We ever gonna find out?
We both tried to make the best of it.
Nice. Whoever does this in the car.
A few years
Anybody?
went by.
What about this? When you blow this thing.
My mom didn't like to talk about it,
Can I blow it?
but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
What happened?
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
Wonder how old she was.
The last Finch left alive.
Maybe. We don't know where Milton is.
Until I found out about you.
The baby. But who's the
I'm
baby
still
daddy?
not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived
Don't tell him
forever,
anything.
maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
It is pretty strange. Not gonna lie.
This journal was supposed to be for you, but now I hope you'll never see it.
That's what I'm saying.
I just want to meet you and tell you all
Don't
these
tell him
stories
anything.
myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Uh-oh. What happened? Did she die giving birth?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh, wow. I'm the son. Wow. It's a crazy story. How'd she die? Story by Giant Sparrow. This deserves a round of applause, y'all. Such a beautiful story, man. Come on. Can't be the only one. These are like the end credits, I'm guessing. Alright. So, very beautiful story. Not gonna lie. I enjoyed it a lot. Where's it then? It's saving. Huh. Let's see if there's something else. I don't think so. But yeah, I enjoyed this story a lot. It was like a really good story. It was short and always had me guessing. There's Milton. You know, hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. They should make more games like this, honestly. Like, they don't have to like be hours and hours long. I feel like sometimes when people try and make them that long, the stories aren't even that good. Make it like an hour or two or three, you know, and that's perfect right there. You can get a good story going. But yeah, this story was really good. You know, hopefully you guys get a chance to play it yourself and experience it. It's only $7.99 in the PlayStation Store right now. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If there's any games that you want me to play, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. But that's gonna be it for this video. If you liked the story of Edith Finch, then make sure to give it a like. And yeah, subscribe if you're not already so. And that's gonna be it. Thank you again for watching this, and stay tuned for some more video games.